Now it's time to see if I can fix this scenario here. Okay, take this tape off. Oh, you know what? I think the screw might be damaged. Came off. Yeah, there was a screw right there. That's what the instrument cluster looks like. It's pretty nice, actually. So let's set that down. And this is what we're dealing with here. And I also have to deal with the low beam light. It's not working. So I gotta figure that out. From what it looks like, the mounts, the screw mounts, were still there. They were just broken off. So I'm going to do my plastic repair, plastic welding technique to weld these screw posts back. And then what I'm gonna do, it goes like that. And then this one's missing, so I'm gonna match the same height. Just gonna put a piece of plastic here, a plastic block. I'm gonna have to sand it and kind of grind it to fit this contour. I'm gonna take this out and then glue it to this part, and then here I'm gonna use a piece of plastic and weld a piece of plastic here to cover this up. And then what I'll do is I will buy a the basil that will go, and yeah, that should make it look better. Again, not trying to make it look original, just keep it from looking like super busted. Alright, got my soldering iron heating up, and start putting this thing back together. And there it is. So these are nice and sturdy. This thing, I might have to grind it down depending on whether it's going to fit or not, but it might be a little bit taller than it needs to be, but it's always easier to take stuff away than to add more stuff to it. So let's fit it back on and see if it'll connect. Now I'm going to be working on getting it cosmetically upgraded a little bit, and the first thing I did was, it's hard to tell how kind of grainy the badge looks, so I got me some mother's polish, and hey, look at that. Yeah, it shined up real good. So I'm going to shine up the badge, and I ordered a replacement headlight. See how it's broken. I thought about straightening these out, but I don't know. It works. If there are any issues, I just leave them like that. The light covers, I'm going to use some polish to get the light covers cleaned up. This, I'm not sure. I might just leave it, or maybe sand it down and polish it. I have silver spray paint. I'm probably going to use tire polish to restore the blackness here, and then that's pretty much it. This, I might get some spray paint, clean that up, but I mean, right now it's rideable. It's ready for the road, as you have seen in my previous videos. So it just needs a little freshening up. Alright, and when I get done with each part, I'll update this video. There's the polished badge. It can use another polish session, but for now, for what it is, it's mo better. Alright, next I got some of this tire wet, and I'm gonna get this stuff on here just to get it black again. See? More better. Alright, let me do the rest of it. Alright. It's not great. I might have to get some different spray because it's not really getting it too dark. Yeah, up there. Up here it looks good. Nice and shiny. Floorboard's nice and shiny. It's supposed to be like a little matte down there, but it's definitely gone. Yeah, there's some stains here, but oh well, it's protected. I did also polish the tail light. A little pitting, but it's alright. Yeah. It's mo better. I just called the local scooter shop to see if they had the bezel or not, and they said no, they'll have to order it, which is the same thing I have to do if I want one. So I'm not gonna go today, but I did fix the headlight. Their little stubs here on the left and right that broke, they're just part of the molded plastic of the headlight casing. So what I did, I just got some screws, drilled a hole through the bracket there, and just wrapped a screw with electrical tape and screwed it back down with those brackets, and it's pretty stable. The whole thing is shaking, but it's definitely stable on the bracket now. So once I get the headlight bezel and the headlight bulb should come in tomorrow. Once I get the headlight bulbs in, I will put the fixed top cover on. Actually, today I'll probably finish fixing the broken plastic side right there and put it all back together. So I'm going to order the bezel today, but she's still running good. Now I'm going to fix this little missing corner, and I got some plastic. It was a plastic ring. I don't know where the other ring is, but I cut it, straightened it out, and traced it. So I'm going to put a piece of wire mesh behind it, use my soldering iron, and put it in there, and then I'll trim it after I get it all welded together. And there's the patch. It don't look pretty, but it don't have to look pretty. I'm gonna let it cool down. I ordered the bezel from I think Scooter Works, and so I'm gonna use a Dremel to trim that down. But yeah, right here, I don't care, that's not bad. But the next task is, when I get the bezel, I gotta put a screw post here. So I'll wait till I get the bezel in to do that. But that is the patch for now. And it's at the good enough point, so I'm gonna hit with some red paint, and might have to wet sand it a little bit just to make it not stick out too much, but we'll see. That's what it looks like from a distance, so yeah, it's good enough. It just keeps all the wiring and stuff underneath from getting dust and water, hopefully. But that's all I need it to do, is just to not be a big hole. So onward we go. Here's the light bulbs I got, and it's pretty interesting. They sent you a white cotton glove to handle these lights. You do not want to touch the light bulb, so that's why they sent you the glove, which is pretty cool. Even at the auto parts store, there's no white cotton glove, and there were, I think, $22 for one light bulb, but these, I think this was like $12 for 2 light bulbs. So anyway, I'm going to put this into the headlamp, and then I'm going to put the cover back on, and of course, through the magic of video editing, 1, 2, 3, and there it is. I forgot, I gotta make a little thing up in here, but I just want to make sure everything fits, and everything does fit, even though it's kind of not completely sealed, but it's better than before. That's all I care about, better than before. And the light does work, I checked. Next, I ordered tail lights. So just these portions of them, but I've got to take this whole back end out before I can get to this to replace the housing, the whole assembly. So that will be next, and then after that we ride again. Parts finally came in. Yeah, they were made somewhere not in America. Here's the tail light and bezel. It's got a screw hole there, but I'm gonna fit it to the cap and figure out where I need to put the screw receiver. This will be pretty easy. I just have to screw it onto there, right there. So let me get that done and move it right along. Alright, there it is. And I went ahead and changed the lens, because it was this lens, the lens that came in the set was kind of smoke, and the original lens was not smoke, and they had a clear light bulb, not a yellow light bulb. So I changed the bulb and the lens, so now they match. Mo better. Alright, now I'm going to work on the bezel. I plastic welded a little bumper there to screw the bezel in. Let's see if I can show you. So here's the bezel, it's upside down, but it's going to go in like that, and the screw I'm going to drill a little tiny hole to screw it into there, and then there's 2 tabs that click onto the bottom panel. So we put it all together and we will see. This is the grab bar in the back, and I thought it was aluminum, but it's actually plastic. Right there is where I sanded the whole thing down, and I gave it a first coat, but right there is what the plastic looks like. Right there too. So, and there's a bug. Stupid bugs. But yeah, got this Rust-Oleum metallic paint primer and 1 titanium silver. So, yep, that's what it's gonna look like. Here's the finished product. Got the headlight bezel and the hole there fixed enough to where it looks okay from a distance. Yeah. Wheels look good, everything looks clean. Got the new tail lights. Painted the hand grip thing. Looks better. Not great. Still got some character marks, which is fine. Fine, fine, fine. Let's start her up. Starts right up. She rides like a charm. Woohoo! Man, that thing works great. Took a little work, but it's you know, it was worth every second, every penny. Bike number 18 and a half. Later.